I'm going to tell you a horror story. You need to stay calm and try not to scream, all right? My name is Emily and I live in a quiet, small town. One night as I was walking home after work, the sky grew dark fast and the streetlights went out. Suddenly I heard heavy footsteps echoing behind me. When I turned to look, no one was anywhere to be seen. As I continued moving forward, the footsteps started getting closer and louder. I walked faster, but they immediately quickened to follow. Fear gripped me, so I began to run even faster. The footsteps thundered, growing more intense with every second. I felt someone hovering right on my heels, almost touching me. I glanced back, desperate, and still saw nothing. But then something dark moved in the corner of my vision. A shadowy figure stood at the end of the nearby alleyway. It just stared, unmoving, as if watching my every step. I tried to ignore the figure and kept running forward. But it began to drift slowly toward me, silent and creepy. I screamed for help, hoping anyone would hear me, but the street was empty. The figure reached out a cold hand and grabbed my arm in a tight grip. I struggled and fought, twisting, but its grip was like iron. I kept trying to wrench myself free, pushing and pulling with all my strength, but it wouldn't let go. Suddenly, just as I almost broke free, everything faded to black. When I woke up, confused and terrified, I found myself tied to a cold chair, my wrists taped tightly. A soft whisper sounded beside me, murmuring, "Welcome home, Emily." The voice was oddly familiar and strangely gentle. When I managed to open my eyes, I saw someone standing in front of me looking exactly like me. "Don't be scared," she said, her gaze fixed on mine. "We need to talk about your life choices." She smiled eerily and slowly pulled out a shining knife. Everything shifted at that moment. It felt unreal. I screamed, desperate for anyone else to help me. At that moment, the lights flickered and revealed shadows moving behind her. She leaned in close, whispering, "You can't escape yourself." Suddenly, the ropes loosened and fell away from my arms. I jumped from the chair, my heart pounding, and raced toward the door. But the door slammed shut and locked itself, trapping me inside. The figure moved closer, her shadow stretching across the floor. "We are the same," she whispered, raising the knife. I closed my eyes and braced myself, refusing to give in to fear. When I opened them, I was alone, the room eerily silent. Was it all a nightmare, or had I met my own dark reflection?